This afternoon, hundreds of mourners thronged Kijomoro A village near the sub-county Maracha district to pay their last tribute to the late retired Lieutenant Colonel Pius Alitema, the former RDC Zombo district, who passed on 8th March 2024 en route to Arua Regional Referral Hospital. In his homily, the Bishop of Arua Catholic Diocese, Right Reverend Sabino Doki, has advised men and women in uniform to always be honest while exercising their duties. According to the bishop, most armed personnel in Uganda take civilians for granted and commended the deceased for valuing God despite working in a highly ranked position in Uganda.
We may not marry. For us clergy, we have chosen not to marry. The sisters also, they have chosen not to marry. The brothers, religious. But if you are not in this category, you are free. But nobody should force you also to marry. There are also single lay people. That is also good. But the late Pius decided to marry. And marry also in church. And married Rose Aikoru. If she's there, she can stand up. Because this is the one we witness in the church. That is the one. Thank you very much for standing together with the late Pius and for working hard to bring up the children.
Meanwhile, Sharon Alitema, the firstborn of the deceased, described her late father as a hero who kept his faith and cared for one another. Sharon added that Alitema lived an honorable life and appealed to the mourners to emulate his good deeds and legacy he left behind.
Pius Alitema, to us, our dad, and I'll continuously refer to him as our dad throughout this eulogy. He was a man of mystery. And through the journey we've been on, I have been giving his life testimony in mysteries. And the last mystery I presented was on Wednesday during the Holy Mass. Was it Thursday? Thursday during the Holy Mass in Zombo. When I presented the first mystery, I said I would tell it as the last, because it would be a conclusion of who he was and what his mission was on earth.
However, Dr. Mark Boni Boamale, Zombo District Health Officer, told the mourners that late Alitema died due to low blood pressure despite being on medication for a long time.
He died of a natural death, and I want to make it simple. In a simple term, he died due to complications of low blood sugar. I'm going to explain a little. Early morning of the 8th March 2024, I was given a call by the Deputy RDC at 6:41 a.m. that she was called by the driver of the deceased, and from the call it seems the RDC is not doing well. So I immediately rushed and I said I'm going physically there to see how the situation is. So I rushed to the hospital, and luckily enough, by that time effort has already been made to deliver him to the health facility. I remember the driver told me the words he spoke were 4. Come, take me to the hospital. So when he arrived to take him to the hospital, he was unconscious. He was no longer talking. So when he reached the hospital, we did the first test. And that was the random blood sugar, because he had a history of high blood sugar. And indeed, we got the blood sugar was only 1 millimole per liter.
The late retired Lieutenant Colonel Pius Alitema had illustrious career for 68 years, and at the time of his death, he was serving as Resident District Commissioner Zombo, a position he was appointed on 5th May 2022. He started his career as a graduate teacher at Mbale SS between 1982 to 1987 and also served in the Ministry of Internal Affairs. In 1991 to 1921, he attended a number of operation courses in Uganda People's Defense Forces, UPDF. He was born on 7th October 1956 and is survived by the widow Rose Aikoro, 7 biological and adopted children. Among other dignitaries who attended the burial include General Charles Oluka, the Director General Internal Security Organization ISO, Major General Dick Loom, the Commander Operations Suja, Honorable Kuyushin Grace Freedom, the State Minister for Northern Uganda, and other security personnel. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, Nilecast.